just a girl of 16 years old, and I try to do my best. And when I win a medal, for me, it's not very different after. It's the same thing. You have to work the same way and be the same person. I just have a title, and that's it.
Canadian champion Cynthia Phaneuf returns to the ice tonight in Halifax. So too, the pairs champions, Marcoux and Bunton. Hard work paying off. Happiness off the ice spills on. Shannon Zhao, trailblazers in China, leading the way for their rivals. The standings are tight at the top. The pairs title determined tonight at the MasterCard Skate Canada International on TSN. And hello, Canada. Welcome to the Maritimes for the 2004 MasterCard Skate Canada International, the second of 6 Grand Prix events culminating in the Grand Prix final to be held in December in Beijing. Last night, the pairs were on the ice. Speaking of Beijing, Chinese powers. Two-time world champions Jue Shen, Hongbo Zhao lead the way, close behind the second-ranked Chinese team, Pang and Tong. They are second after last night's short program, and close behind two Canadian pairs champions, Valerie Marcoux and Craig Bunton. Great skate last night, a lot of energy in the building here at the Metro Center. Here it is, China versus Canada. We'll have the pairs free skate to come a little bit later. Annabelle Langlois, Patrice Arquetto under the new scoring system. Anyone can win. You just have to accumulate the points. Debbie Wilkes will be with us a little later for the pairs free skate. So hi everybody, I'm Rod Black. Welcome to another night of great skating here and I guess the beginning of the skating season really in Canada. And here's our schedule for tonight. We have the pairs free skate. We also have the women's short program. We'll see Cynthia Phaneuf in a short time. She's the Canadian women's champion. And don't forget that on the weekend we're on CTV. We have the free dance on Sunday, and tomorrow night the women's free skate and the men's free skate. And let's talk about the men now. Tracy Wilson, before we get to tonight, let's talk about last night and a terrific night for Jeff Buttle.
Well, there was some great skating done by Jeff and great strategy in his short program. He opted out of the quad and instead did a triple-double combination. As well as that combination, though, had a program loaded with high-quality spins and wonderful footwork. And in second place, Ben Ferreira, who really had kind of the performance of the night. He was on fire, and a terrific performance for him, and he's quite close behind in second place.
Stefan Lindemans in third, Kevin Vanderparen in fourth, Emmanuel Sandou, disappointing night last night in seventh place. But keep in mind, again, with this ISU judging system, this new system that's being implemented, a chance for Sandou, if he really lays it down, he'll need a lot of tricks tomorrow night, but a chance to win. Anybody can win.
Well, that's what's interesting with this new system, and we have been watching it as this new system has been implemented. Skaters are able to come from way down and move up. They're able to come from 8th in the short and win the free program, something we did not see in the past.
Speaking of being way down, or actually off the radar map and moving up, that was Cynthia Phaneuf's story last year when she became the Canadian women's champion. There was a lot of talk, some controversy, a lot of raised eyebrows when she was not selected to go to the World Figure Skating Championships. But we should point out that that was her doing.
Yes, it was, and her coach's doing. I think the controversy came when everybody assumed that it was the association's or Skate Canada's decision not to send Cynthia. In fact, it was her coach's decision. She felt it wasn't in the best interest of her skater, and with Cynthia's silver medal win at Skate America last week, there appears to have been a lot of wisdom in that decision.
Well, safe to presume if she does what she's doing right now, she'll be going to this season's World Championships. But a lot to happen before that. She has to skate tonight as well. And she is standing alongside our Vic Router. Vic?
Second a week ago in Pittsburgh. Now you come to Halifax. What are the goals here?
I want to go one thing at a time and book something because I'm more confident with the other competition just before. And I think that I have to start all over again. That's for sure. This is a new competition for me, and I have to go one thing at a time and do more focus than the other one.
Are you expecting to do anything differently?
Turn my jump, turn my flip. This is the only thing that I want to do, and if it's perfect, perfect, but I just want to try.
Bon chance.
Thank you.
Only 16, Canada's champion, the women on the ice when we begin the show from Halifax at the 2004 MasterCard Skate Canada International. On ice in the Metro Center in Halifax. Last time Skate Canada was here in 1997. Before that, 1983. Second week of the new season under the new scoring system.
Well, just as in years previous, the required elements for the women's short program, there are 8, 3 jumps, 3 spins, a spiral sequence, and a step sequence. And as you can see there, the values on the right, the big scores come from the jump.
And we will watch each program, and again, it's accumulated point totals. The bottom line for those of you who may be a little unaccustomed to this scoring system, like we all are, really, person with the most points wins.
That's right, and this is a traditional short program. Almost all of the skaters will be executing for their big combination, the triple Lutz double toe, for a 7.3. But with this new system, a skater can vary with a different strategy. If they decide their Lutz isn't comfortable or they want to go for extra points, they're feeling confident, they might try a triple-triple combination. Triple toe has a value of 8.0. So you can add little extra points, and then of course you can raise the degree of difficulty of your spin and your footwork, and then you get extra marks for quality. So it's all about gaining points.
And of course, add to that the component scores, and then you have your short program total. And again, the women's free skate to come Saturday night here. And again, we mentioned this is the second stop on the ISU Grand Prix season. Last week in Pittsburgh at Skate America. And quite a week for Cynthia Phaneuf of Canada, who will skate a little bit later on. She won a silver medal at Skate America. Angela Nikodinov of the United States won the gold.
And to note, Yoshie Onda finished 4th at the World Championships at the senior level, and she finished just behind Cynthia Phaneuf. So it was a huge accomplishment for Cynthia last week.
And you see Susanna Pöykiö of Finland won the free skate. Look at her numbers for the short program. She was 8th, won the free skate. You were there. What was that all about?
Well, with the beauty of the new system, in years past, if you weren't in the final flight, it seemed you just didn't get the big marks, so you couldn't win the free program. That is not the case anymore, and what we are seeing, what we saw in the men's short program, is what's being done on the ice is being rewarded. Marks are not being saved or held or given because you're a top skater.
Your reputation sometimes means nothing, even though obviously the judges are looking for certain maneuvers. But experience does play into this, and as we saw last night, strategy. Maybe not as much strategy as in the men's because of the quadruple jump, which the ladies do not do, but certainly in that non-traditional format, as you mentioned, with the jump combination, a possible triple-triple from some of these skaters.
Yes, we may see a triple-triple tonight. And what we will see, we'll see more variety in the programs, a higher degree of difficulty in their footwork sequences and spins.
Always tough now, maybe even tougher under the new format, to skate first. Susanna Pöykiö, because now you have to set the points for the rest of the skaters.
You set the tone, but you know the judges aren't saving your points. And this is a classic skater. Susanna Pöykiö from Finland, Finnish champion. Beautiful poise and elegant back. Effortless speed. Opening with her triple flip. Triple Lutz. Oh, and she turned the double to a single. look at her speed. Skating to Saint-Saëns, Henry VIII. Technically, she's a superb skater. Big strides allow her to gain speed quickly. Nice double axel there, her final of the 3 jumps. And you don't often see her smile, but the way she's skating today, we're seeing some emotion from her face.
Well, building on what she did last week in Pittsburgh after her free skate, again, did not have a very good short program at Skate America, ended up finishing in 5th place. This is a solid start for Susanna Pöykiö from Finland. We'll be back to Halifax in a moment with her marks. 22-year-old coming off a good showing at Skate America, won the free skate. She's been called the Finnish Michelle Kwan with her deep edges and speed.
I think she kind of reminds me of Dorothy Hamill with her elegant back. Whatever, she is a fine skater. She opened with a beautiful triple flip, then went into her combination. A nice triple lutz. Now, some of the skaters are finding this rink is a little bit smaller than the European ice, so it looked like Susanna didn't have room to turn the double toe. That was the only mistake that I noticed in the program. A solid double axel. And as I said, we don't see a lot of emotion out of Susanna, but at the end of the performance, you could see her really start to light up. She was the Junior World's bronze medalist in 2001, and when she accomplished that feat, she became the first Finnish lady to win a medal at an ISU championship. She's ranked 12th in the world. And with that kind of skating, she's going to move up. If she can keep the consistency of her jumps.
Again, last week she was 8th after the short program. And it will be interesting to see what happens behind her. She came out and pretty much did everything she intended to do with just that slight hiccup on the back end of the combination.
25.50.
Last week, her total score in the short program was 42.98.
24.48 points.
And it will be considerably better this time.
Susanna Pöykiö from Finland has earned
7 points higher than last week, as a matter of fact. That puts her in good standing heading into the free skate. Now she has to wait to see what everybody else does. Here's one of the European phenoms they have been talking about, 17-year-old Carolina Kostner.
At the last World Championship,
The Italian champion, who finished 5th at the World Championships in Dortmund, Germany. She trains in Oberstdorf. But you know, with Italy hosting the Olympics in 2006, this just might be her time. And wouldn't that be something if she can find a way to get to the podium in Torino?
Not often that you see tall figure skaters in the ladies event. Jennifer Robinson was one, Carolina another, and she makes the most of her long limbs. Powerful skater, and often a terrific jumper. Triple toe, triple toe. The most difficult combination we'll see today. Building now with a lot of speed into her favorite jump, a triple loop. She was leaning and turned it to a double. Carolina suffered a back injury in June, was off the ice for almost 5 months. So only got back into full-time training a few weeks ago, but they did not want her to miss this start to the season. And she looks in fine condition. Nice double axel, her final jump. And boy, she just bombs around the ice.
Also spends some time in Canada, training in the summertime.
Her choreographer is Megan Smith, who has worked with her Carolina since she was 8 years old. Carolyn comes back every year to get her programs fine-tuned.
Italy's Carolina Kostner. Good start here to the women's short program. Again, a blip on the loop for Kostner. Not bad for someone being away from the ice for a while with injury. Her marks straight up from the Metro Center on TSN. There is a perfect example of why there are no borders in skating anymore. A German coach, an Italian skater, a Canadian choreographer.
And boy, it's serving her well. Carolina is getting the best of all worlds, and it shows up in her skating. A very powerful skater, but also graceful, a wonderful combination. Here's her triple-triple combination. The first jump, a triple toe. And she went right into a second triple toe. Here's her triple loop. You could see she was tilted in the air. She had no chance to turn that jump. And that is quite a costly mistake, though. It should have been a triple. Not only did she not score big, but there is a deduction, a slight deduction there. Now watch here on her flying camel. She changes the foot on the ice, changes to a forward inside edge. So that she changed mid-spin from one edge to another, which will make the degree of difficulty rise. Extra points for that.
25.34.
Technical marks are first. The elements, again, based on the point totals and what she did on the ice for every element. The program component's more of an artistic mark. And Kostner is ahead, but less than a point ahead of the Finnish skater, Susanna Pöykiö. Carolina Kostner's first skate at Skate Canada. And we'll come back to the Metro Center. And on the ice, one of the many Japanese skaters who are perennial contenders week in and week out, Yoshie Onda. 5th in the world back in 2002, 11th in 2003. and not part of the configuration in 2004. And of course, Japanese skater won the world championship, Shizuka Arakawa. Just a long line right now, Tracy, of fine women Japanese skaters.
Well, there are at least 6 women at the senior level in Japan that could compete easily at the World Championships. Yoshie has struggled last year, and as a result of that has made a coaching change. She has left Japan and has moved to the States and is now training with Audrey Weisiger, who was Michael Weiss's coach. Yoshie, known for her jump. She gets a lot of spring when she's on. Here's her combination. Triple Lutz. Look at the height.
Oh, yes.
Easy, easy.
Big smile out of that jump.
Triple flip. Another beautiful jump and another big smile. Always criticized for her artistry and lack of expression, and I think Audrey Weisiger has done wonders with her. Skaters must perform at least 3 spirals on this serpentine that covers the length of the ice. Yoshie not as flexible as some of the top skaters, probably the weakest part of her skating. And the best part of her skating, her jumps. So nice to see her personality come through. Her skating light and bouncy, and you can see the audience is getting into it as they clap along. The stronger interpretation will show up in the second set of marks.
Well, that was good. That was very good. Yoshie Onda. Japan, a rising power in women's skating in the world.
Yoshie Onda from Japan.
Well, here's a look at her triple flip, and you can see the spring she gets right up in the air. Boy, it doesn't look like it's early in the season, and you can see her expression. Her new coach, Audrey Weisiger, said it was obvious she was a marvelous athlete. She said, I just wanted her to learn to skate from the heart, and I can't believe how quickly she's learned that. Mind you, it helps when you're landing your jumps like this.
This certainly is one of the most expression-full performances we've seen from Yoshie Onda, who said during the commercial break, everyone's so happy, and I'm happy. Should be happy.
The technical score, please.
Let's see the technical marks, which should be very strong. She should be the leader here.
48 points.
Oh, yeah, 28.48.
The program component score, 23.6.
Everybody's talked about the American women over the last few years, but
Yoshie
Shizuka
Onda
Arakawa showed at the Worlds that Japan is here right now, and Yoshie Onda was here and on tonight in Halifax. Good skate, leader right now. When Japan crowned a world champion in Dortmund, Germany last spring, many people felt it would be Fumie Suguri who would be the champion. It was not. It was Shizuka Arakawa. Fumie, just one of many Japanese skaters, but certainly two-time world bronze medalist. A perennial contender at every event.
We're so used to Fumie interpreting classical music, and now for something completely different. Pink Panther, choreographed by her longtime choreographer, Lori Nickel. Here comes her combination, triple Lutz, double toe. Nice height, soft landing, an easy second jump. Now her triple flip.
Wow, close to the boards.
Got her feet caught on the landing, didn't quite have the rotation and the height she needed. Wonderful variation of her free leg straight down on the layback spin, increasing the speed of the spin. Nice position on her camel, pushing forward to a forward inside. Judges are looking for the different edge variations and unusual and difficult positions in the spins and the footwork.
Fumie Suguri, Grand Prix champion last season, 7th at the Worlds. Looking up at a countrywoman who won the World Championship and trying to get gold someday. Her marks after this. Fumie Suguri alongside celebrated Canadian choreographer Lori Nickel and Oleg Vasiliev, a former pairs champion, now a coach who just got to town. Of course, he's the coach of Tatiana Topmianina and Maxim Marinin in that crash last week in Pittsburgh, and Tatiana recovering from her injury, so he just got into town.
Fumie left Japan to train with Oleg this summer. She wasn't getting enough ice time in Japan. That's her opening combination. Gorgeous triple Lutz and right into her double toe. A very neat, complete combination. She thought she might have been going too quickly into this triple flip. Upper body got away from her. It started rotating faster than her lower half, and so she was unable to hang on to the landing, got her feet caught, and then had the lean and the fall. Her spins were very strong, in particular her final combination. You could see all the different positions and varieties, trying to get it from a basic level 1 to a level 2, which of course is awarded a higher degree of difficulty from the technical specialist.
Has made some changes in the last couple of years. Of course, she used to be coached by the father of Yuka Sato, a Japanese world champion from 1994, and going to Chicago to train with Oleg Vasiliev.
She'll still go home to Japan every now and then to train with Mr. Sato, but a real problem with trying to get ice time. It doesn't seem to affect the skaters, though, getting to the top, with 3 in the top 7 at the World Championships from Japan.
And a lot of juniors up and coming right in the mix. 27-4. Now, how will this relate to Yoshie Onda, who skated earlier?
Well, 3 of Fumie's levels in the spins and footwork were a level 2, so she got a higher degree there. She got some points for the flip, but the fall cost her, and it also cost her in the final total. It's a mandatory 1-point deduction, which is why the technical and program marks do not add up exactly.
What does add up is she's the leader, though, right now, Fumie Suguri, and still ahead, Canada's champion, Cynthia Phaneuf, at the MasterCard Skate Canada International. Stay focused and do what I can do.
Our next skater is the current Canadian ladies champion who won a silver medal last week at the Smart Ones Skate America in Pittsburgh. Please welcome Cynthia Phaneuf.
Cynthia Phaneuf was focused last week. Silver medal at Skate America. Biggest international assignment. A lot has happened in less than a year to Cynthia Phaneuf, Canada's reigning women's champion. Who did not have a particularly good warm-up, Tracy.
No, she missed more jumps than she landed. Hoping to regain herself here, opening with her difficult combination. Triple Lutz, double toe, focused and right where she wants to be. She was tied for 3rd in the short program at Skate America, singling what was supposed to be a triple flip. And that is her goal here, to nail the next jump. Yes! Exquisite choreography by David Wilson, who does Jeffrey Buttle's programs as well. Triple, final jump, double axel.
Sensational.
Cynthia Phaneuf from Canada.
She was 7th in 2003 at the Nationals, went to #1 in Canada. An emotional night for her to win, and every time she stepped on the ice since then, a lot of people have wondered, is she the real deal?
Well, she showed us here tonight she is the real deal. Gorgeous triple Lutz. No, not a mistake, not a quiver of the blade. Perfect position, but this was the jump that caused her trouble in the past. It's the triple flip again. Good height, and you can see the determination on her face on the landing. Totally composed throughout this performance. And Cynthia Phaneuf is the type of skater that can make a mistake on the jumps in this new system because her other elements are so strong. At Skate America, 3 of her other elements were credited with a level 2. And this flying spin in the camel position, so she switched over to the inside edge and did the necessary maneuvers to take it up a degree of difficulty. So she's scoring extra marks in the spins and the spiral sequence. Be very, very interesting to see how this comes down. It's going to be so close. Perhaps not quite as much speed as Fumie Suguri, but I think a little more of an intense performance.
The scores, please, for Cynthia
And more
Phaneuf
intricate
from Canada.
choreography.
And of course, there are all those I told you so people that are saying, well, she should have gone to the Worlds. But keep in mind, it was a coach's decision. They weren't going last year regardless. Look at the marks.
Oh,
Cynthia Phaneuf. Oh, my goodness. Leading Fumie Suguri right now by 4 points.
A new personal best.
Oh, real deal? You better believe it. Colorful, to say the least. Yulia Sebastian, European champion. Personal best 6th at the World Championships in Germany. Right now, the score to beat in the short program, 57.76 by Canadian Cynthia Phaneuf.
Well, we've got the best skaters in Europe in this competition, including Yulia, as you mentioned, European champion, known as a jumper. Triple flip. The spring she gets on her jumps. Vaults herself into the air. An hour combination opening with the triple Lutz. 2-foot landing there and maybe under rotated. We'll have to see if she gets credit for a triple or a double. As I mentioned, she's a wonderful jumper and is known for her jumps. And so to try and change that reputation, she joined up with the world-renowned choreographer Tatiana Tarasova, who also has a flair for costume design, fun costume that Yulia's sporting today. Her circular step sequence. The many turns in different directions. It's the variety of the turns and the twizzles in the different directions that's probably going to take that footwork sequence up to a level 2.
Hungary's Yulia Sebastian, the European champion. A night where we've seen the best women's skaters from Europe, 2 of the best from Japan, and the leader, the best women's skater in Canada. Marks for Sebastian to come. Cynthia Phaneuf leads. Yulia Sebastian, final skater in this short program.
Well, the jumps and mistakes in the jump are costly, but you still get points for trying. Big points on that triple flip. The quality of that jump, she'll gain marks because it was so well done. Here, the triple Lutz, if she'd done the triple Lutz double toe, she would have been given 7.3 as a base mark. That looked under-rotated to me, so that's going to drop her down. Instead of a 7.3, she will probably be given credit only for the double Lutz, which drops her to a base mark of 1.9, then with a deduction for the sloppiness of that element. So this will be more costly for Yulia than Fumie Suguri's mistake on the triple flip. On the triple flip, Fumie only got a -3 off of the top mark of a 5.5 for that.
Again, the score to beat, the score to lead heading to the free skate, 57.76. And not sure if Sebastian will get there. Doesn't look like it. And my, oh my, Cynthia Phaneuf, last week second at Skate America, will be the first Canadian to lead at Skate Canada since 1990. Yoshie Onda, who won that event. And the journey continues. What a dream ride it's been for Cynthia Phaneuf so far, making believers of so many, certainly herself. Sebastian down in 5th place. Cynthia Phaneuf leading some of the higher ranked skaters in the world. Suguri, Onda, Kostner, Sebastian. This is unbelievable.
It's outstanding, and she will take that lead right into the free program. Right now, Cynthia Phaneuf ahead by 1 triple jump.
And the Canadian champion and leader is with Vic Router.
Congratulations. We did notice, though, in practice, you struggled, it seemed. How did you put that, the practice, out of your mind and then go into the skate?
You know, it's one thing at a time. In practice and in competition, I just have to do my thing and be focused, so that's what I do.
How difficult is it for you this year, being the defending champion, and maybe proving to people that, yes, I deserve to be this champion? Because I think maybe some people have their doubts.
Yeah, but this summer I was thinking about this every time, and you told me you have your title since the next Canadian Championship, so it said to me, go relax and do your thing and don't be so stressed.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Congratulations. Wonderful. Lovely.
Wonderful. Star on the rise, Cynthia Phaneuf. Free skate is tomorrow. The pairs free skate still ahead from Halifax at the MasterCard Skate Canada International. The last time a Canadian woman has won a Grand Prix event was 1995.
Wow.
Yoshie Onda. Now there's still another skate to come, but Cynthia Phaneuf has put herself in great position here.
She was brilliant today, and you know, I keep finding myself surprised at the new scoring system. I keep waiting for the funny business, things like reputation, to come into play, and it's just not happening. The skaters are getting rewarded for what they've done on the ice, and that was the case of Cynthia Phaneuf. She nailed everything, had brilliant artistry, and she's sitting in 1st place, ahead by a triple jump. It's wonderful.
And a world beater to boot. She's ahead of some competitors who are high-ranked skaters.
Ahead of the reigning European champion, ahead of world bronze medalists. Like, she is in the finest of company and is sitting on top. And you know what? Not just Cynthia Phaneuf, the other Canadian skaters skated very well today as well.
Skated earlier. This is 15-year-old Mira Leung, who finished 5th in Canada a year ago. Her goal, she says, 2006 Olympics, 2010 in her hometown in Vancouver.
Well, she skated as well as she can. The big smile, some wonderful big tricks for Mira Leung. The only problem was the level of the competition here was so strong. So she's sitting in 8th place.
First Grand Prix assignment, big assignment for her and Leslie Hawker, who skates out of Barrie.
Leslie nailed her combination triple Lutz, double toe, finishing with her double axel and a beautiful smile. Another personal best performance here for Leslie Hawker. So all of the women, the Canadian women, skated very well today.
7th and 8th, Hawker and Leung. Phaneuf leads, and the pairs free skate. China against Canada. Next on the ice from the Metro Center, NTSN.